Hello and welcome. My name is Nida and today I have two products here from the company Clean Bio. Now, as you can see, these are air purifiers, but they are actually not. Calling them air purifiers would be an understatement because they are actually air sterilizers, and that is much more than a purifier because it actually kills bacteria and everything harmful, viruses in the air. Yes, that's something that an air purifier cannot do. Now, these days we're all still fighting the coronavirus together, so having a air purifier that is also a sterilizer is very, it's a smart thing to have. Now, how does it do this? It uses the UV LED sterilization technology and a nano coating technology. And we have to think about cleaning air because we mostly, as working humans, we usually inside. Unfortunately, we don't get as much outside air as we should because we are working and, busy indoors. So most of the air that we breathe during the day is indoor air. So we should care about cleaning that. Now, let's look at these two products here. This one is the AirFit 30 and this one is the AirFit 20. This one is usually mounted to a wall and this is the standing type. They do the same functions, but they differ in their functionality in that way. They're both touchscreen controlled, but they can also be controlled with a remote, which is obviously more handy for this product. Yes, so they clean the environment fully, but they also deodorize it a little bit to give it a really fresh air. And yes, so how does it work? The filter is what makes it special. These have very special filters that usually air purifiers do not have, and they work in 4 steps. The first filtering is the general filter that removes antimicrobial matter, so large particles are removed from the air. That's a general carbon filter that works in that way. So this is the first step to remove viruses and bacteria and large particles and gases and odors. And yes, and that is already good, but the special aspect of this brand's product is the steps that follow after. For example, the second step, that's the UV LED step. So actually ultraviolet lights come into play here that actually take the pathogen and really remove it up to its DNA and RNA cores. So it's really cleans the air in the second step. And the third step takes it even one step further. It uses a titanium dioxide photocatalyst together with the ultraviolet rays, and they create something called OH radicals. And these OH radicals sound complicated, and they are complicated because they are so powerful that they can oxidize everything in the air. This is the last step to really sterilize the air fully. There we will organically break down all viruses and bacteria and all kinds of odors. Now, with these 3 steps, you can be sure that anything in the air that can cause any sort of disease will be gone. And that is why they're used in hospitals, and I will tell you a little bit more about that. But first, let me tell you the 4th step, which is an additional step that gives you the 360-degree clean air function. So what it does is it really supplies all of the room, not just the front, but also the back and the sides with clean, fresh air. And so yes, because it takes the air and filters it through these steps, but then it also gives you back the clean, fresh air. That's the 4th step of this process. And with these, in this way, you have sterilized air that is almost completely sterilized up to what the standard models can do to these days. These products are certified in many ways. So for example, they have the hazardous gas removal test certifications, or they also have the bacterial removal test certifications. So you can be sure that if you buy these products that they actually do what they are supposed to do. What else? What else? I mean, if you look at this product, the first thing that you might notice is, why is there blue light? This is actually just a mood light function. So, because it is a rather big appliance, because it does so much, there's so much technology packed into this machine, it obviously needs to take up some space. But to make it more appealing, they added this beautiful mood light function. So you can be sure that your surroundings also look good while it cleans your air fully. Now, I personally really like LED lights. I like the visuals of it. But apart from that, also the machine itself looks very modern and pretty. And if I had this even in my house, I wouldn't mind. And yes, they're also really easy to use. Now I'm going to show you how I would use the touch function if I'm not using the remote. This is the on-off button, very easy to find right here. But it also has 4 different levels of usage. Now the lowest level is now on level 1. You can hear it's very quiet, and now that's very good, because if I want to focus on my work, I do want to hear loud sounds. But if I want to turn it up, I can. It will be louder, but it will really clean the air more fast. Now I'm going to show you. This is number 2, number 3, and up to number 4. As you can see, you can choose whatever your needs are, and let's go back to number 1. For that, so you can use that in that way. And yes, so it is currently used in many areas, especially in multi-use facilities, because as I said, we are still all fighting coronavirus together. So if we are in an area where a lot of people go in and out, we need to make sure that our air is super clean and that we can be safe in those areas. So yes, actually the Shinhan Bank uses this machine already in 340 branches across Korea, and also many hospitals use it to make sure that nobody is contaminated in their facilities. Actually, for example, the Gangnam Severance Hospital uses these machines. Also, various research facilities use them, or libraries and museums. So yeah, it's a very popular product already, and it has been exported to Japan, and they're currently working on exporting it to Southeast Asia and Europe and other countries. So yes, it's a really special product in that way. And yes, even for home use it's good, but it's also especially important for multi-use facilities. Now I want to thank you for your attention today, and goodbye.